Hey guys, RTT back here for the video, guys. Today, we're going to talk about something very interesting. You can see by the title what we're going to talk about, guys. Oculus Quest 2 might be updated to 120 hertz display. That is game changing. So let's talk about it, guys. You already know from my review, I love the Quest 2. My review has not changed. I've used it for the last 3, 4, 5 months, and it has honestly been game changing. Now, I love the Quest 1, but going from Quest 1 to Quest 2 with all the megapixels difference you get in the Quest 2, completely, like I said, game changing. Now, not only that, obviously, is also, I think the Quest 1 had a 60 hertz display. The Quest 2 has a 90 hertz. So already out of the box, 90 hertz, 30 hertz faster. Now we're talking about 30 more hertz, like double the refresh rate of the original Quest. And honestly, double refresh rate of most VR headsets right now in the game. Now, I talked about this in a video a couple weeks ago, how Apple now is trying to get their take in this field. They are now going ahead and releasing a VR headset. Right now, the prototype is set to be around $3,000. Obviously, that's not the official release of the headset. Most likely will come down to $1,500, $1,700. But that just goes to show how much VR is really moving forward. I mean, we're getting to a point now where Apple, who usually doesn't give a crap about this kind of stuff, is now saying, hey, we want some money. We want some stake in this VR world. And this is something amazing. And especially with everyone being at home at quarantine, this is just has boosted VR even more. So let's talk about 120 hertz. First off, is it realistic? Second off, what does it mean? Well, first off, yes, it is realistic. It's a very realistic thing. If you guys do not know anything about gaming, if you guys have been PC gamers, you know 120 hertz, 160 hertz, 240 hertz refresh rate. This is a thing that PC gamers have been doing for a very long time. It has become more mainstream as of late because the consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PS5, has been very supportive of 4K at 120 FPS or 1080p at 120 FPS. So now a lot more people are kind of getting into it, but it's definitely something that has been around for a very, very long time. But this is the difference when it comes to the VR world. Okay, so I have a monitor right here in front of me. It's an ultra-wide monitor. It's a $1,000 monitor. Maybe not anymore because I bought this a year ago. This has I think it's 140 hertz display that can be overclocked to 160 hertz display. Now I have a monitor right here that's $300. It's a 4K UHD display, 60 hertz. Now, if I play a YouTube video on this monitor or that monitor or movie on either monitor, it's gonna be exactly the same on both monitors. Guess why? Media is at 60 hertz still. Games are not. Games are at 120, 160, that kind of stuff. So, the VR world, right? People are saying, okay, well, it's 160 hertz. What does this mean? What this means is, for gaming, this is a huge advancement. I know a lot of people might, well, yeah, everyone does gaming in VR. Why would you get VR? A lot of people, and I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people, they get VR headsets to watch Netflix, to watch YouTube, to watch their streaming services, to be in a virtual world, being able to do that kind of stuff. I know they can do it outside, but they want to be in virtual VR. Yes, gaming is huge right now in VR, but again, those certain things are still very viable. So if you personally use your Oculus Go, your Quest 1 or 2, your Rift S, for just media purposes, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for you guys. This really doesn't mean crap to you guys. Media will not be more than 60 hertz for the foreseeable future, because there's no point. There's really no point, in all honesty. It's kind of like 8K right now. 8K is great. It's a novelty. It's a gimmick, but it's not something that's important to the general masses of people, and it won't be for a very long time. Same concept goes with 60 plus hertz refresh rates for media consumption. Now, for gaming consumption, this honestly might be not only record breaking, but I love using this term, as you guys know, like generationally setting records. I mean, to have 120 hertz consoles, and obviously my PC can do up to 160 hertz, but I mean 240 hertz. But to have that in a little box right in front of your eyes, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up real fast. This is how small the Oculus Quest 2 is. Okay? Guys, this is running, could be running 120 hertz display in that little small box right there. That is game changing. Now, in order for me to run 120 hertz, 240 hertz, I have I can't show you right now because it's my PC, a 3090 that is 14 by 3.4 inches. This thing has more power than anything right now, except for AMD. No, I'm just kidding. It actually is more powerful than AMD. This is the one thing I'll say, not price to money ratio, but power-wise, Big Navi does not have it over the 3090. I'm sorry. I will give AMD everything they want. I will give them my house, but I will not admit, and I will never admit, that Big Navi has it over 3090. They do not have it over 3090, but they do have it over 3080. I'll say that. Anyway, though, went inside. And then I have a $3,000 PC with it. I have a $5,000 PC set up to run 240 hertz. This is a little box that's $300 on your head that can run 120 FPS games. Now, is it going to be 4K? No, it won't be. It will probably be 1080p at best. But, and obviously these headsets don't even run 4K first off. These headsets run, I think it's 2560 by 1440p, which is pretty much equivalent of 1440p. It's not 1080, but it's a little bit higher than 1080. It's a little bit lower than 4K. But still, the premise is to have for $300 a 120 FPS thing on your head, with the fact that this is literally a revolutionary device. That's crazy. Now, is this 100% confirmed it's going to happen? No. Will it happen? Most likely, yes. And when it does, guys, I don't know, man. This is something that, like I said, once I saw Apple poking their big fingers into this shows it's a thing. VR for a very long time has been, like, I know when I bought my Quest 1 like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, everyone's like, oh, come on, man, you gonna buy a Quest VR headset? It's just it's a fad, right? I had the PS4 VR 3-4 years ago. Everyone's like, oh, you got the PS4 VR, you got the PS4 Pro, huh? You got the PS4 Pro, the VR headset, because you just want to get a gimmick. It's a gimmick, bro. It's a gimmick, and it kind of was, to be honest, but not anymore. It's no longer a gimmick. It's no longer a fad. It's now, I don't even know if I'm saying that word correctly. I don't think so. It is now something, guys. And with quarantine happening, this 120 hertz display is not the 120 hertz display that's getting me going. It's the fact of how important it is now to these companies that they are coming out and saying, okay, we're going to try to push these things to next levels to be able to get these things amazingly more accurate, amazingly more real. And we're going to get to a point probably next year or so where we have 4K displays, 8K displays. I know Apple claims that they have one 8K display, so 4K per eye. Man, guys, this is getting revolutionary. You won't get to a point where you don't even have to leave the house with how realistic this technology is. We are not at a point where this technology is like Friday the 13th X, where you had Jason and you had, the actual virtual reality where you actually can walk around and you see people. But we're getting to a point with the mapping, especially with the Quest 1 and 2, how you can map the whole entire room. It's next level, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.